This is the Safariland IncogX concealed carry holster. Let's do a review.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at that fish.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Quick product review for you today. Today we are looking at the Safariland IncogX. This one is for, well, that's the logo. This is for a Glock G17 or a G19 with the TLR1 or the X300. This is my concealed carry for 2025. It is a Glock G32 that is clearly unloaded. 357 SIG, probably my most favorite handgun caliber out there on the market. I had the slide milled by Maple Leaf Firearms. They did a great job mounting this SRO. And then I've got this custom stipple job from the guys at 75th Bunker, but this is the cool side. So you can see that stippling my thumb and the finger grips, the finger grooves. So the only part that's stippled on this side is where my fingers actually grip the grip, and I don't need to have the whole grip stippled on the side that's going to be touching my body, even though I have this really large and high sweat guard. So only just a little bit of the frame could potentially touch my skin. Down here in South Florida, it does get hot. I do sweat, and having this sweat guard and having very little bit of the firearm actually touching my skin will prolong the life of this firearm. I have had some rust issues on some other firearms because of how much I sweat, how hot it gets. When you have just Kydex touching your body, the sweat, the moisture does accumulate, and we're hoping to mitigate that with this micro suede fabric. So it's very comfortable. It has two belt clips over here. You can see the Haley Strategic logo here. This is a joint partnership with Haley Strategic and Safariland. Over here you have their claw, but they don't call it a claw, they call it something else. This is the medium. It's a 1/4 of an inch. They also supply in the holster, or with the holster, an 1/8 or 3/8. So if you want to tuck that grip more up against your body, you use the large one. If you don't need it tucked so much, or if you're, congratulations, very skinny and you don't need to tuck it up against your body, you can use the really small one, the 1/8. But belt clips, and then the belt, this will push up against the belt and push that back and tuck this grip against your body. So the mistake that I made is I went with a TLR1 HLX, and as you can see, it is very long. It protrudes past the muzzle, and that makes this configuration not comfortable. Some of the reviews, some of the pictures, like even when you're just going on the Safariland website, you can see the picture of the holster that does not have this long of a flashlight, and basically it stops at the bottom of the clips. And when my personal body structure, my habitus, and my protuberant belly will push this out, it will cant it, and then it pushes this extra material up into my groin, my femoral groin, and it's just not comfortable. And rule number one of concealed carry is if it's not comfortable, you're not going to carry it. So right now, if I'm going to be sitting, if I'm going to be driving, I will use my 365X just because it is a smaller, much smaller footprint. But if I'm going to be standing, walking around, I'm going to use this. So quick car trip, lots of standing, walking around, I'm going to use this. And if I'm going to be driving for a couple hours or whatever, I'll have my 365X. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this with a TLR7, and I will either remove some of this material at the bottom, or I will talk to Safariland about an exchange. Safariland did send me this holster to review for the channel, and I thank them for that, but I made a mistake in the configuration. This is just not comfortable because of the flashlight and the flashlight alone. So if you are a person with a larger belly, I would advise you against getting a large flashlight, either no flashlight or a TLR7 or similar, and that would be much more comfortable. So if you're going to be walking around and you don't have a belly, this is a fantastic holster and you can use that light. But sitting with a large holster, it's just not comfortable for me. I'm about 6 foot, about 215 right now, and looking to drop some weight. Maybe it'll get more comfortable, but it's just a lot of material down here on the bottom. I'm not going super fast with the draw. Today's my birthday, and I really don't feel like shooting myself in the dick. So I'm going a little slow. I'm not firing. I'm just practicing drawing. I am going to shoot, but this is a holster review. Oh, you can see when I draw, I'm not very good at it. It's something that I want to practice, but I'm not terrible. I got to work on getting my grip as I'm pulling it out, but the holster stays right there, and pulling it out, it easily releases the retention, and we're good to go. The sight channel 0.406, pretty standard stuff. The retention is good. If you know Safariland holsters, you know that they use the ejection port as their main spot for retention. I have a 7360, and that's where that holster has the level 1 retention on the ejection port. And right here you can see that little indentation, and that's where the ejection port is on the firearm, and that's what gives it its retention. So I'm not going to shake this like I did that 7360, but the level 3 retention, it has really good retention. I'm holding it basically by the clips, and that does not go anywhere. So a lot of different configurations. I think they have about 10 manufacturers that, firearm manufacturers that will be compatible with this holster. I do want to pick one up for my 365X, but this one, like I mentioned, G17, G19, X300, and TLR1. So 17, 19, 22, 23, I think those are the 40 versions, 31, 32, 45, 47, 49. So 9 different firearms can fit in this one holster, and then if you have both flashlights, you have 18 different configurations that can fit into this one holster. And what I'm genuinely curious about is the 365 version. Will it be the 365, 365X, 365 XL, 365 Macro? So that's 4. I'm wondering if that's the same thing. So I haven't really looked at too many of the other brands that are compatible with this holster or that are offered in this holster, but you probably do have many options if you have similar frame firearms, different variations like the Glocks and the SIGs. So overall, the holster itself is very comfortable, but I got the wrong configuration. So this is a quick review of the IncogX. If you're interested, don't hesitate to pick one up, but make sure you are aware of your flashlight configurations. If you don't have a flashlight, then you don't have a problem. Get this holster. But if you do have a large flashlight, beware. So thank you, Safariland, for sending me this holster. I will make this work. I'm going to pick up another one, and that's going to do it for this one. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section below. We'll see you in the next video.